I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farming Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here, and welcome to the Weekend Wrap-Up. The Weekend Wrap-Up is where we take just bits and clips of our weekend and pull it all together in a video that probably doesn't make any sense at all, but then we end up over on the couch where Bryant shares his summary of his Sunday morning sermon. So, and that's called Couch Time. So we're going to start this video. I'm going to go back. I mentioned a coloring book that was sent to the boys last week. I'm going to show you a clip from that video where I shared that coloring book. And then I'm going to show you the clip of the boys using the coloring book. So let's go back to that, and then I'll come right back and talk to you. Okay, I have one more package before we get to the coloring book. Let's see if this says who it's from. No. Not on the envelope anyway. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was super worried here. Okay. This is the coloring book. But I had already opened one, and I was super disappointed because I had asked them to send me 2 of them. And I was like, I only got one. And, but obviously they sent them in separate packages. So let me share with you this coloring book, and I'll also share with you the link down below. Now, if you have children that love big, heavy equipment, or maybe farm equipment or whatnot, and they want to learn the names of all of them and yet have fun coloring at the same time, that is what this Discover and Color Heavy Equipment Coloring Book does. So I am just now getting to get familiarized with this, just like you guys are. I know they have sent me a link down below, so I will share that link in case you have children that you want to get this for. Listen, I am sick to death of my grandchildren asking for my phone, asking for their tablet, asking for their Nintendo Switch. I am and totally life passing them by, outside passing them by, and their faces are stuck in some kind of device. So I definitely am excited about this. And we're going to go over there in just a minute, and we're going to take these over there to them and see how they like them. But look, it teaches you about the equipment. Like right here, we have a loader in a mine, and it tells you a little bit about it. There's also a QR code that they can kind of scan and find out more information about it. But did you know modern loaders have specialized noise dampening designs to reduce the amount of noise they generate? I didn't know that. So that's a cool thing. And it is pretty advanced, probably more advanced than what my kids are as far as the coloring goes. It's pretty, especially Levi. Now, Judah could probably do this quite well, but Levi is not quite that intricate yet. He's only 3, but he will still love looking at these large equipments. Okay, and we have a farm. So Judah wants to know all about farm equipment. So here is a baler in the hay. He knows about the hay baler because he's rode with his papa baling hay. And it says, did you know early versions were stationary machines that required manual feeding of hay, while today's balers are complex, streamlined equipment? So, I mean, this is informative for us as adults. And, see, this is a little bit more loosely colored. This would be easier for Levi to color. This would be more his speed. So, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for everybody who sent me something. I'm blown away by the kindness of our viewers. Several of you have sent cards to Daniel, and they are actually laying right up here on my bar. He'll get those in the morning when he shows up for work. And thank you. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for being our family. You guys are extended family, even though I don't know you by face. And some of you, I know you by names, by your comments and so forth. Just you watching, I know you're there. And I appreciate you guys more than you could ever imagine. So, that being said, let's go run over to Caroline and Jamie's house. I bought them each a set of crayons, and they each have a coloring book. So let's go over there and see what they think about this. And here we have Judah coloring his excavator. And he's informing me that excavators are yellow. And he is thoroughly enjoying it. And look, he is going to town. We've already read him the knowledge bit at the bottom. And he is just super involved. And if you can see over there beside him, there's lots of candy. And he wasn't paying that candy any attention. He is going to town coloring. He's asking me what color the rocks should be. But he absolutely loved this little coloring book. And it is so educational. And just a great way for especially little boys or anybody interested in farm equipment or heavy equipment. Very educational for them. And now we're going to go over to Levi coloring. He just got down on the floor and he decided to color. Now he is only 3 years old and he loves big equipment, but he couldn't read and he wasn't sure what color, but he still had a ball with this coloring book. So the boys absolutely love their coloring books. They're very educational. And if you have a little boy in your family that needs a good coloring book that will keep them busy, I suggest you give this a try. I'll leave their information, their link to their coloring books down in the description below. So now, on to the rest of the weekend. Hey everyone, we're starting our Saturday off at our normal basketball game. So let's go in here and watch Judabug play. So guess what we're headed to now? We're going to get us a biscuit before we head over to the prom closet that our church is putting on. So
tell them where we're at.
We're at our hole-in-the-wall biscuit company.
See it right there on the sign
behind us?
The biscuit company. Let's go in, get a tenderloin biscuit.
All right, everybody. Here is my little piece of tenderloin.
But it's a small. We didn't get a large.
I got a small. And I got lettuce and mayonnaise. Listen, if you're frying tenderloin at home, if you can find a store that already like pre-tenderizes the meat, that's great. And then fry it in self-rising flour, it's perfect. But there's certain stores that will go ahead and pre-tenderize the tenderloin for you, and that is perfect to use.
But you bread it in the...
But I bread it in self-rising flour.
Right.
And so I don't know how they bread theirs here, but this is where we get it at a restaurant. We're now here at the church. We have a ministry called the Prom Closet. And this is where people donate prom dresses. They donate men's suits, shoes, jewelry, all kinds of things. And then we offer it for free to kids who may need a dress or a suit or shoes or whatever they need for the prom.
We usually have, like today, we'll probably have about 30 young ladies come through, a few young men who may be financially challenged, who may be in a single parent situation and finances may be a little tight. So we take this moment to love on them and to offer them some free opportunities. And there's some gorgeous dresses in there that young ladies have just worn one time. We collect all year for this. I'm going to say I think there's probably maybe 70 to 100 dresses that we've got in there today. And what we do is at the end of this closet today, we'll save them. We'll put them in storage containers. We'll save them, keep them in a nice climate controlled area, and so we get them back out next year and pass them along. Hey, we've had some amazing stories that come from this ministry, and so that's where we're at now. We probably won't film a whole lot in there because we're going to respect people's privacy, because we don't want anybody to think, hey, look, because I may be financially challenged, they're capitalizing on this moment. We don't want anybody to think that, but this is just an opportunity. It was birthed by our youth pastor's wife and another young lady in the congregation. They birthed this idea. They handle this ministry themselves.
They lead this all by themselves.
Leslie and I have virtually nothing to do with it except we come
promote it.
We promote it, and we come see what the Lord's doing.
And we picked up some racks for them, and we've donated some things, we share and ask for that. But as far as the logistics of this ministry, that's one good thing for Pastor Bryant. When somebody has a ministry idea, he says, you run with it. Go with it. So
because what it takes for a ministry to be successful is
passion.
The person has to have passion for the ministry they're leading. If they don't have passion, then it may not be successful. And so these two young ladies that have the passion for it, they're doing a great job. This is our third year, I believe, our third year.
So.
And it's grown every year. Yeah. So hang tight. We're going to bring you guys back in a minute.
Oh my, y'all. The prom closet was just bustling with activity. There were so many people there. When our workers got there, they walked into a line of people waiting to get in. When we left, there was a line of people to even try on dresses and so forth. And we were watching people leave with dresses. It was so absolutely beautiful. And hey guys, if any of you have anything to donate, maybe to next year's prom closet, my post office box is down in the description. You can surely mail it to me, and I will see that it gets to the prom closet people. We have a room dedicated in our church that holds the prom dresses all year long until time for them to be given away. Now, this also includes suits, men's suits, things for men, jewelry, dressy shoes. It can include anything. So, all right. Well, we've even had moms come in looking for dresses for weddings and so forth. So it's a beautiful and wonderful ministry that I am super proud of these two young ladies who birthed this ministry and got it going. I'm super, super proud of them. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch. So, okay, I've been under the weather a little bit this week, and so therefore my house has been destroyed. My husband was so sweet. He worked so hard over at the farm all day long because we were cleaning out 2 houses to the ground and then putting salt down to shock the pad, and then we put in shavings on top of that. And so it's been an everyday process, and then he would come in at night and cook supper for me. And so needless to say, my house just kind of... So today is cleaning day. And yes, I am looking a hot mess. And that's okay because I haven't felt good all week. So we're going to get started cleaning up a little bit. I need to strip my bed and get those sheets off and washed and new ones put on. And so yeah, I'm just going to clean today. And hopefully we'll go out to eat tonight. Because I don't feel like cooking. I don't want to mess up the kitchen after I've cleaned it up. So, yeah, maybe I can talk him into going out to eat tonight.
Well, we both worked really hard on the house, and I need to do the floors and pick up the living room. But we've got a lot of laundry done, a lot of things done, and we have determined that we are old. Do you know how I know that we are old? How do you know that we're old?
You tell me.
We're going to eat dinner at 3:20. Supper. Yeah, dinner. We're going to eat dinner at 3:20.
That's not bad. We get the early bird special.
You get the early bird special, and we get there before the crowd.
Yeah.
And
if you get there, the place we're going, if you get there before 4 o'clock, you get the early bird special.
And we can go and home early and get in the recliner and go to sleep before we go to bed.
We take a nap before we go to bed.
So yeah. So we have determined we are now old. All right. We will see you at the restaurant. We're in recovery mode.
We are, yeah. We've actually both been kind of puny. His was last week, mine's this week. But we're going to take you to this is our favorite place, our little local place here in Asheboro my favorite place. And I'm sure you've seen it multiple times on my channel, but guess what? You're going to see it again. See you there. Here we are, America's Roadhouse. Trying to decide what he wants.
I figured it out.
What are you going to get?
I'm just going to get a regular flounder plate.
A flounder plate. Sounds good. I'm getting my normal chicken bites. All right, we're doing our cow check, and this one will be calving soon. In about how many days?
About 45 days.
About 45 days. This cow should be calving.
Number 62 calved about 30 days ago.
And she's already had hers.
The newest one is right over there. It's tree line. See the black tree line? He was born this week. See if you can get it.
I'll try my best. We're going to try to show you the newest one we have.
There it goes.
There it is.
About a week old.
Look, he's pretty.
Little bull cat.
He's a pretty little thing. They're all so curious when we come to check.
Hey everyone, welcome to Couch Time.
Hey,
They can't see
everybody.
me. I'm like half out.
You half out the screen?
Half out of the screen.
Here, let's fix the frame. There we go. How's that? Is that more better?
Yes. So this
I'm hiding the deer back there.
it's okay. He can show.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Here we go.
Let's set it back over. That's
right.
making me
How
scratch
you
my
like
neck.
that hair today? Look at that hair. Don't that look sassy?
Sassy. That's what I was gonna say fancy, but it's sassy.
Sassy. I'll show her sassy. I'm just kidding.
We have had a weird kind of week.
Crazy. Busy.
He was puny, I got puny, he's puny, ugh, but I'm feeling much better.
I'm feeling better.
I just sound nasally.
Yep. Little chest congestion going
Yeah.
on. But we're on the mends.
Yep. So, couple things before we get to his sermon.
Oh no, it's tragic.
Everybody asks me what kind of mascara I wear, and I have had it listed down in the description, and this is it. Unlimited is by L'Oreal. Unlimited comes in this box. See, it's a box, and it hangs. Usually they have it hanging up like this. The tube looks much like it's pictured here.
However,
But you can't find it anywhere.
missing in action.
A lady at church found this one for me. And so you guys, I don't know if they've discontinued it. I don't know if it's just popular. I don't know. But if you see it anywhere, let me know where. Because this is my favorite mascara.
If it's in Texas, are you going to get it?
I might order it. I might call them and order it and have it shipped to me.
Okay.
But
she loves this mascara.
this is my favorite all time. Look.
Yeah.
It does a good job.
She
on my
cries. She
eyelashes.
cries and it stays on.
Yep. And I am a crier, and it does stay on.
Like it.
Now I got my hair in my eyes.
Like it worship and stuff like that.
Yeah. But so those of you that want to know what I wear, this is it. And then if you can find it, let me know. Also, another thing, I wanted to read something. Daniel has a message for you guys. Those of you who don't know, Daniel works for us here on the farm, but he's more than just an employee. He is family. And I'll try to put a picture up here somewhere, maybe like in between us or something. There's a picture of Daniel somewhere. I'm going to try to put that picture of him.
Tell them what happened recently.
But a couple of weeks ago, his father suddenly passed away. And it was not expected. It was sudden.
Monday morning.
And he was actually here at work when he got the call. And so you guys have been absolutely precious by the comments you leave. And he has read every single one of them.
And the cards. People
have sent cards to the post office box for him. And so he is reading them. He has felt your love. He's felt your prayers. He's felt everything. And he wanted to do something for you. And so he came out and gave me this card right before we left church.
What's the front of it say?
To the viewers and fans of The Farm and Pastor's Wife. And it says, I'm so grateful. And what is, pre-written, it says, thank you for your thoughtfulness and kindness and your generous heart. Now, this is actual Daniel's words right here. It says, thank you so very much for all the thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. Seeing all the comments with all the love and support really touched my heart. So thank you all so very much. I love you all. Thank you, Daniel and the Staley family. So he just wanted to send his gratitude to you guys and his appreciation for all your care and concern. And even though he hasn't met you guys face to face, you guys see him on our channel and you love him. And he feels this during this time. He feels your love and your prayers. So thank you guys so much. I'm telling you, the Farm and Pastor's Wife community is the best YouTube community out there.
That's right. The FPW
family.
Hey, this week was a busy week on the farm. We took 2 houses to the ground. We cleaned out all the litter in 2 houses. I'm going to say best guesstimate over 600 tons of litter.
Wow.
That we hauled out and spread. It's been a busy week. We treated the floors. You guys saw that on some of the videos. Mm-hmm. We treated the floors. We put shavings back in one of the houses. One of the houses ready to go. The other house that we cleaned out to the ground, the shavings will be coming tomorrow, which is Monday. Daniel will be working on that. Isaac's doing a little side job tomorrow for his little business he's got going on. And then I'm heading down to the North Carolina coast. I've got a pastor's conference I'm going to called the Courageous Pastors Conference down in Wilmington. A pastor friend and myself, we're heading down there. And so I don't know what all you'll see farm related this week, but you have got a bird's eye view this week. We filmed a lot of the farm stuff for you guys to see. A lot of stuff that you've never seen.
Right.
You got to see this week. And the reason I know you've never seen it is because we've never done it. We did it when we built the farm 7 years ago, but we didn't have the YouTube channel.
Right.
And so I know this is new to some of you. Yeah. And some of the comments, you guys just were just elated to see the process.
And I was so thankful that he was able to film that because I wasn't feeling well. I couldn't film and cook. And so that filled in that gap. And I'm super grateful.
We got the Bryant cam. So
the dad cam.
The dad cam. So anyway, hey, today's message was just one that was born out of my heart. I've just finished a really good book. Grab that book over there. I want to show them in case anybody likes to read. I'll show you guys a really good book.
Guess who got him this book for Christmas?
My beautiful blonde wife.
I'm not blonde anymore.
Not
gray.
Blonde anymore?
Gray.
Okay, baby. Wash that gray right out of your hair. You remember the South Pacific? The movie. The movie.
Musical.
Yeah, that lady in the shower. Going to wash that gray out. But anyway. But
it was man. I'm going to watch that man out of my... And then the commercial...
It was a tune.
The commercial changed it to wash that gray.
Was it Loreal or something?
Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah. Dangerous Prayers. Okay, let's reel it back in.
Yeah.
Dangerous Prayers by Craig Rochelle. It's a book that I read. It took me about 2 weeks to read it. You may read it quicker than I do because I don't get a lot of time to read. Really good book. So after reading that book, I was just compelled to craft a message around our prayer life and what it means. And one of the things I covered today was there's nowhere in Scripture that says you have to pray so many times a day, at certain times of the day, certain lengths of prayer or anything like that. Basically, prayer is just a communication from your heart to God and expressing how you feel. One of the questions that was in that book, I don't think I've shared it on here, was if God answered all of your prayers, would it change anybody's life but yours? And that puts it in perspective of sometimes how we can be selfish in our prayer life. And but anyway, I encourage you, grab this book, read it, okay? When you order it, give me credit. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, just joking.
They won't know
who I am. But anyway, so today I talked about 3 prayers that every believer needs to pray. First one is, Lord, fill me. Fill me with your Spirit. The world sucks the life out of us every day. Satan is shooting at us missiles. The Bible calls them missiles. We're to take the shield of faith to quench the fiery darts of the devil. And as he hits us, sometimes we do get hit. We're vulnerable. Our shield's not up. We're not ready for battle that day. And when we get hit by the attacks of the enemy, it just drains the life out of us. So we need a continual replenishing of the Holy Spirit in our lives, because it's through that replenishing that the Holy Spirit gives us wisdom, gives us discernment, guides us, directs us, all those things. And we feel his presence in those moments of being filled with his Spirit. Second thing is mold me. Lord, fill me, not only fill me, but mold me. Mold me means getting me ready to serve you, knocking off the rough edges. And I used a pottery analogy today because we live close to Seagrove, North Carolina. If you've never looked that up, go Google Seagrove, North Carolina. The Potters in Seagrove, North Carolina. It is the pottery capital of the Southeast United States of America.
Hence why I collect so much pottery. About
3 miles that way down the road. And so one of the things about the potter's wheel, Isaiah, I think it's 64, talks about about God being the potter and we are the clay. And I shared today, for us to be molded the way God would have us to be molded, we have to be in the center of the wheel, the pottery wheel. But then I also tied that analogy that we have to be in the center of his wheel, W-I-L-L. And as he applies the pressure to our life, it causes the pottery to be molded. And sometimes that pressure is not easy. Sometimes that pressure is not comfortable. Sometimes he puts a little bit of pressure here to make an indention in our lives. And so I talked about today, as we ask God to mold us, we're giving him permission to leave his imprint on our lives. And we need to be molded so we can pray this last prayer. And that's this: Lord, use me. And I told the story, and the story came out of the book. The closing illustration was about a young man that went to the pastor one Sunday after church. And he said, "Preacher, the answer is yes." And the preacher scratched his head and couldn't figure out what he was talking about. Maybe he had asked a question and didn't recall the question. The next Sunday, when the young man was leaving, he very passionately grabbed the pastor's hand with both of his hands and said, "Preacher, I want you to know the answer is yes." So after a couple of Sundays, the preacher finally asked him, said, "Hey, you've said the answer is yes, but I don't understand." He said, "While you were preaching about servitude, the Lord filled me and was molding me and simply told me that for me to be used by him, the answer always has to be yes." And so he said, "So the answer is yes." He said, "I just don't know what the question is." Is the question, hey, go clean the bathrooms, go mow the yard, vacuum the foyer? Is it go to the soup kitchen and prepare a meal? Is it to drive the church van? Is it to take the seniors on a seniors trip? He said, "Whatever you need, Pastor, the answer is yes." He said, "Jesus paid it all to him I owe." And he says, my answer is yes. I hope your answer is yes today as well. 3 powerful things to pray that will change and impact your life. That's it today, Mom.
Amen.
Hope that encourages you. And I told him today when I preached the message, I said, hey, I'm not here to bash you, because nobody has a perfect prayer life. I don't care who they are. Nobody has. The only person I know that had a perfect prayer life was probably Jesus and Daniel. You know what I mean? Yeah. We see that illustrated in God's word. But just work on that intimate moment with Christ and sharing your heart. Don't be
just talk to him.
Don't be selfish.
You don't have to go in any old English language. You can, just, Father, I just need to hear from you. I just need to be with you today, Lord. I just need to sit at your lap, sit at your feet.
Crawl up in your lap.
Yep.
Don't be selfish, but be selfless in your prayers. So That's it for today. All right, guys.
All right.
That's a wrap.
Not sure what next week holds, because I'm not going to be feeding this one.
Daniel will be the taste tester next week.
So we'll be thinking up cooking for one, I guess.
Yep.
But anyway, I do know Monday we're doing a see which one is better.
What's that?
And we're going to do it before you leave on Monday.
Okay.
Coconut pie.
Coconut pie.
We have 2 different ones.
My grandma's recipe?
No, I don't have your grandma's recipe.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
We need to get it. All right, let's roll.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything.
Hey, real quick, whoa. Did I tell them about the guy with the 2 dogs yet?
I think you have, but tell him again.
I'll tell you again. I can't remember if I
I
told
think
you.
you told him.
Yeah, this guy, farmer down in southern Louisiana. Yeah, I think I did, but I'm going to tell him anyway. He had 2 dogs. One was
in case they missed it.
Yeah, one was Timex and one was Rolex. You know why he named them that?
Why'd they name them that?
Because they were his watchdogs. See you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.